Hello, everyone. This is Jimmy again. I have a lot of work to do tonight, but I'm trying to procrastinate. So I just thought I'd do a little video. Just in remembrance of my grandmother. She passed away almost 3 years ago from today, and she practically raised us. My parents were awesome, but they were busy, and so she was the one at home when we were younger. She, instilled a lot of discipline in us, and largely because of her, we were able to speak Yoruba fluently because our parents largely preferred to speak to us in English. So our grandmother, and we call her Mama, and I'm Nigerian. I grew up in Nigeria in Ibadan, and so I'm Yoruba, and so I'm gonna just go over 10 of my grandmother's favorite sayings, things that she just loved to say that just cracked us up, or just like, sayings that we just, love to remember her by. She died at the ripe old age of 97. So it was really, yeah, it was tough. It was tough. And I unfortunately wasn't able to go home for her funeral when that happened. And it happened just, right before my graduation in college. And, Mama, I'll never forget you. So, all the sayings in Yoruba. My grandmother spoke a little English, but Yoruba was her language. And so, my accent honestly is terrible. Honestly, I like to tell my friends my Yoruba is solid. It's on point. However, the accent may be interesting. So, yeah, just enjoy it. And I explain what each one means. So, um, okay, the first one, number one. Gbenu da soun jare. Gbenu da soun jo. Gbenu da soun. So that means shut up your mouth. That's the first one. The second one is ma jafara o. Ma jafara o. Ma jafara. That means hurry up. And she used to sing this song called Lohun to níṣe ní àkókò ewu máa bẹ̀ ní jafara. Do what you need to do at the appropriate time. It's not good um, to delay. Delay is dangerous, really. Ewu máa bẹ̀ ní jafara. So awesome saying. Number 3. Oluwa samona o. Oluwa samona yin. God will order your steps. She always said that anytime, things were going rough or stuff like that. She just, Oluwa samona yin. Number 4. Careful yourself, fool. Careful yourself. Careful yourself. Just like a word of caution, be careful. So that's Mama for you. Number 5 is also really funny. So if you tell Mama, Mama, am I worried? Am I worried? She will reply, me lo worry. Ati eti de Sapele. Me lo worry. So that's really funny. Warri is a town from Bendel State or Delta State now, and Sapele is also in the same state. So if you tell her don't worry, she'll be like, me lo worry. That's really funny. Number 6. Oniranu. Man, she be dindinrin. Stop all this nonsense, dindinrin, it's just really funny way of scolding. Um, very harmless, I love that. Number 8. My grandmother was very, very prayerful. She prayed 3 times a day, every 3 hours or so, and she prayed before every meal or after every meal. And that was this prayer she always prayed. And I can't say the whole thing, I'll say the first line. Adupe gidigidi Oluwa fún oúnjẹ tẹ́ fi bọ̀ wá lónìí. Ẹ̀rọ wa lọ́wọ́ ká lè máa dúpẹ́ ní ìwà wa. And I struggle to remember the last few lines, but thank you God so much for the food you've given us today. Please help us to be thankful in all ways. And that was just really amazing. We really memorized that prayer. Every meal, after every meal, she would just rise up from the table and clasp her hands in this manner and say that prayer. Which was awesome. Um, Number 8. And so my grandmother again, she loved to warn us. And she's this favorite saying of hers. Some of the verse in the Bible actually. She'd be like, "Oh, ka sora kasi ma gbadura." Because it really suffer. So watch and pray, pretty much. That you might not fall into temptation. So that was my math for you. Number 9. And she she always attributed this quote to Jesus. But I don't know. She's like, just in Igbe, kama jeki ohunkohun segbe o. Kama jeki nkan segbe. So don't let anything go to waste. So that was something we grew up. We never ever waste food. We never ever waste food. There was nothing we could throw away. Throwing away food in our house was an abomination. You can never throw food away. Even if it was little left, you had to put it in the fridge. My grandmother was so strict about that. Never ever would you throw. Even if you couldn't finish it, you take that little, you put it in the fridge and eat it for dinner. Don't throw food away. We never throw food away. That was one lesson I'm so grateful for. Like I never throw food away ever. Even if I go to a restaurant or I cook it myself, food never goes to waste in my house. Even if it's going bad, you have to figure something out. It's never gonna go. I mean, throwing food away is criminal. And there are people going hungry, and that's something I'm still not come to grips with in this land of plenty where I currently am. So it's a very good lesson. And the final one is, so again, my grandmother was also very worried about our going out. Going out was strictly controlled back in the day. Yeah. You couldn't just say, "Oh, I'm going to visit a friend." We friend or and lucky. No way. You stay at home, read your books. So my grandmother would say, "Am I kegbe? Am I kegbe? Am I irinkunrin? Don't keep bad gangs. Don't, irinkunrin, egbe, isoko. You know how Yoruba is isoko, so jekuje, irinkunrin. So, don't walk anyhow, don't walk with people who would, put in trouble." So yeah, those are the, 10 top sayings of my grandmother. And I hope you enjoy them. I hope they maybe, take you some of you back down memory lane. I know even if you're not Yoruba, if you're Nigerian, you appreciate these things. I mean, all our grandmothers, many of us had grandmothers living with us in our homes. Unlike here in the West, where old people are relegated to like all these senior homes, old people homes, assisted living. Many of them die lonely. But in Nigeria, no, we care for our elders. We care for our elders. If they can't take care of themselves in the village, you bring them to your house and they stay with you. They raise your kids. They help out. I know sometimes they pain. There's always this big fight. My dad and my grandmother. It wasn't always smooth going. Just for control in the house. But at the end of the day, it was such a blessing to have my mama stay with, even to the very last days. I remember even before I left. I remember when I came to visit. 2 or 3 years before she passed on. It was so emotional. Olufolaji Adisa, Oniranu, and my grandmother loves me. I mean, I think of all my of all my siblings, my grandmother loved me the most. So I did so much. I don't want to go into detail, but she loved me the most. And yeah, and she just called me Adisa the governor. So yeah, so thanks for watching and really sharing this moment with me. Yeah, and if you have any interesting things your grandmother said or used to say or still does say to this day that you love to share, I don't care whether it's in English or in Pidgin or Yoruba or in Igbo or in Hausa or in Edo or Ibibi or Igala or Tibo or Efik, whatever it is, post them, and you might also take it down memory lane as well. So thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you later.